Well, it's a new week. We have been doing a lot of drawing. The next couple weeks for us is going to be a little different. I'm going to take you more into hands-on creative things, and this week is all about weaving. You remember I have the community loom in the classroom, and I'm sure at some point I will show you this. You've probably done a paper weaving. So remember, you start with a piece of paper and you fold it in half. This one has a line marked across the top with lines down, and then you cut those lines to make a simple loom. So this is very simple. What I'm going to talk to you about, though, is taking this into a very creative and different direction. We remember the pattern, over, under, and remember it goes this way and across. So you always remember that over, under, over, under. What I've done is you can use any kind of paper. You could use newspaper, you could use an old magazine, paper pictures, you can use scrapbook paper, you can use printed paper. What I did is I have some fancy paper like this. It's used for scrapbooking. You could use wrapping paper. What I did is I took that and I made a square, and then instead of folding it like I did for our easy weaving, we're making things a little more complex, I folded it into a triangle. Okay, so here are my open ends. I'm going to turn it around and show you. What I did is now I drew lines up. Remember, you don't want to cut all the way to the end of the paper up here, because then what you're going to be doing is just cutting strips of paper. So what you want to do is cut then on each of those lines. Once I've done that, then I do cut some extra strips. And here is the weaving all done. And I'm going to flip it over so you can see the pieces that are woven in. Okay, a very different piece. Now, the other thing you can do is get very creative with this. You can take, what I did here is I took some paper and just painted colors on it. Okay, just some random colors. Well, you can do that same thing again, or you can do that simple weaving, or you can do a complex one. So look at this one. All right, how much different that looks from our simple weaving. Now we've turned this into a complete work of art. Another one here. If you look really carefully to this one, you are going to see that there is a painting, an actual painting, landscape painting, where there's some ground down here, and it looks like in here might be some water and maybe a sunrise or a sunset behind here. And then like that diagonal that I did on this one, this is cut with diagonals on the back. Then I wove a rainbow inside of it. So let me show you the back. Okay, and those strips aren't all the way through the painting either. So this is a challenge, to take some of your fine art and taking it into a little direction, different direction, turning it into not just a plain painting and maybe something you don't like so much. Put it together into a weaving. I am going to tell you, next week is a clay week. There are bags of clay waiting at the school for you with a clay tool. So next week, I will be doing things with clay. So pick up your clay at school. Either call or let them know that you're coming, and pick it up so that you have clay next week. I'll see you later this week. Have some fun. Try that weaving.